Good morning, everybody. First of all, today what we're going to solve is called the palindrome number in Leetcode. Still consider easy problem. And let's read the question and get started. Actually, this is very commonly asked in a lot of the interviews and company presentations or whatnot. So you better know this problem in terms of string manipulations. So what's a palindrome? So palindrome is a number that or any string that's same when you read it from the front and the back. So let's read that. Given an integer x, return true if x is a palindrome integer. An integer is a palindrome when it reads the same backward as forward. For example, 121 is palindrome while 123 is not. Because if you read this 121 from the front and from the back, it's the same. But if you read it 123 from the front, it's 123. But if you read it from the back, it's 321. Very simple and easy. So 121 is true. Negative 1 to 1 is false because if you read it from the back, it's what? It's 1 to 1 minus x technical false. Output's false because it's going to be 0, 1. You read it false. How about negative 1, 0, 1 is the input? It's 1, 0, 1 negative. That's a false. So how can you approach this problem, right? First, you can think, okay, now there are a couple of ways to do it. We can use the Python built-in method when we try to convert the string from front and back. And second of all, we can use the indexes approach, and we can loop through. We can set those indices from the front and back, and we put a condition, and while the condition is met, we just calculate it. Okay, so let me show you two examples. So let's say the num is a sort of the given input. So first, what we need to do is we should convert this num to a string, right? So I'll say num string is string version of num. Second of all, what we want to do is we want to convert it from the front and back. So what we need to do is num strong, I'll say conversion or convert equals num star num underscore star, and in Python, as you know, is colon colon minus 1, the signature, right? So if we say if num star is equal as num star convert, then return true, otherwise return false. Very easy and straightforward. Very easy and straightforward, right? So let me put some test cases here. So first was what? Okay, so first is 1 to 1. The second one is negative 1 to 1. Third one is 10. Fourth example is negative 1 to 1. So what we are expecting here is, first of all, is 121 palindrome. Yes, it is. So we're expecting true. How about the negative 121? Is it a palindrome? I don't think so. So it should return false. How about 10? Still false. And this still should return false. So let me quickly run it and show the result. And it's true, false, false. Cool. What about the second options? Let's suppose that you're not using Python. Okay, so the key point here, the crux idea is we're using this colon, bracket colon colon minus 1. But this is the built-in Python methods, okay? Let's use a different approach. Let's start using, so what we're trying to use here is we're going to set a start index. And we're going to set a start index as what? Like a num, maybe 0, right? How about the end index? End index is going to be the, I'm going to convert num as a string and then calculate the length of it. And then the last index will be the length minus 1. Is that correct? If we think about the indices approach, right? And we're going to increment start index and decrement end index. We're going to compare each character from start and end index. And if those two are same, meaning that if they are symmetrically same, right? If their values are symmetrically same, then we're going to keep going, meaning that we're going to keep incrementing start index, keep decrementing start index. However, if we see a mismatch, then we're going to immediately return false and terminate the function. Okay? So the point here is we need a conditional sort of statement using either for loop or while loop, but I prefer using while loop. So what conditions? We are comparing So when this condition actually finished, meaning this condition is kind of done when start index is either equal or greater than end index. It means if they start passing each other, it means that then we're already done checking all the possible characters. So what I'm doing is while start index is smaller than end index, then we want to execute the following. When this loop's gonna break, this loop is gonna break when the start index is greater or equal end index, right? Meaning we already pass checking all the possible scenarios. So over here, what we're gonna do is if num star num of sub what? Of sub start index is not equal as star string num sub end index, that we want to return immediately false. Otherwise, we want to return true, but before we say that, okay, we have to keep incrementing start index by 1, and we want to start decrementing end index. Okay, so let's see if we still get the same result. I'm going to just clear the console here and I'll run it. True, false is false. So that's sweet. So that's it for Palindrome. It's pretty easy, it's straightforward, but this is sort of the must concept that you need to know if you're preparing for companies like Google, Amazon, and Samsung and whatnot. So thanks for watching my video. If you find this useful, please press your thumbs like and make sure you come back next time. Thank you very much for watching today.